Welcome to Simply Fun Cooking. I am Rachel Hanson, independent consultant with Pampered Chef. And this is, who is this? You say hi? Nolan. Mr. Nolan's with me today. I'm really excited because the holidays are coming, and the holidays are a great time to get some friends together for brunch. So today I'm going to show you a bunch of different quick and easy recipes that you can make for brunch and having some friends over. So we're starting out today with the waffle stick pan. This is one of Nolan's new favorites. And I just sprayed a little bit of oil in there. All I did is we used the pancake shaker bottle to mix up some of the pancake mix. I added a little bit of vanilla. And all we're going to do is just pour some of this batter into our pan. So we're just going to use a spatula and just get the rest of this batter out and fill these wells. Now, normally I would put this in the oven at about 400 degrees. Some of the other recipes we're making today need 350. So we're just going to throw it in at 350 and just leave it in a little bit longer. And it'll turn out just fine. So simple, really quick and easy. We're just going to throw these in the oven and we'll check on them in a bit. All right, so we've got our waffle sticks in the oven. Now, in our quick cooker this morning, we're going to make super quick and easy oatmeal. So then we can have a little oatmeal bar. We can set out some fresh and dried fruits, maybe some syrup, some brown sugar, and everybody can top their oatmeal with whatever they would like. So all we need to do is add 3 cups of old-fashioned oats with 3 cups of water. And then we're just going to stir this. Just to mix the water in, mix the oatmeal in, and that's it. All right, so for this, we're going to hit our custom setting this morning, and then we're going to change the time. So we hit time, and we're going to go down only to 5 minutes. And we'll go ahead and start. Make sure the top is closed. And once this gets up to pressure, it'll cook for 5 minutes, and it'll beep when it's done. And then it'll just sit in there and stay warm until we're ready for brunch. The next recipe we're going to make, these are some apple cider donuts, and they're wonderful this time of year. They've got a nice, fresh, bold flavor, and they're really easy to make. And they're baked, not fried, which makes them a little bit healthier. So we're going to go ahead and use our shaker bottle again that we just used for our waffles, and we're going to use this to mix up the batter for our donuts. So we're going to start with 1 1/4 cup of flour. So can you fill this up with flour, bud? Okay, let's take this out of the way.
I want to pour it.
You're going to pour that in? Okay.
Can you make it flat on the side for me?
Wait, make what flat on the side? Oh,
The
you want it flat on the side of the... Well, see, this isn't the measuring scoop. He's very good, my good little baker. He knows that you need to level everything off. You're also getting a lot of flour on the counter. That's the fun part of cooking, isn't it?
Yeah, I'll get it in a teeny tiny pile to sweep it up last.
Thank you. Yes, we'll sweep that up. All right. So 1 1/4 cups of flour. All right. And then we're going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. Don't put it back in, bud. Don't put it back in.
Why?
Because it's on the dirty counter. All right. 1/4 cup of sugar. We'll get this out of the way. All right. We are going to add 2 teaspoons of apple pie spice. We just need 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/4 teaspoon of salt.
I want to put the salt in.
You want to put the salt in?
Yeah, I should go wash my hands.
All right, you back?
Yep.
All right, come on up. No, just leave it. Leave it. All right, come on up.
We can wash that
All right.
up.
All right, come on up. All right, so here we go. We have salt, and we just need,
One little pinch.
well, like a big pinch or 2 little pinches. All right. Now, to give it a nice deep apple flavor, we are actually going to use applesauce and some apple juice concentrate. So we need about half of a cup of applesauce. I think that's good with the salt, Nolan. Thank you. Do you need
Can
to?
I lick it?
Oh, well, it's going to be salty.
I want to lick it. Can I please, Mama?
Lick it and see what happens.
Mmm.
Ugh. Go wash your hands.
Yum.
I don't think you need that much salt. Can you go wash your hands, bud?
Should I dishwash
Yep, just that one.
one finger?
Sure. All right, and then half of a cup of the apple juice concentrate. So just turn our measure all around. All right, so we'll add 1 egg.
1 egg.
1 egg.
Onion.
All right, so we'll drop the shaker ball in there. Put the cap on. And we'll shake this up. Now, when you have baking soda and baking powder in there, every once in a while you need to kind of open it up, let it vent a little bit, and then you can go back to shaking. All right. Just going to give this a little mix. Just make sure we got everything off the sides in there. Because our batter for our donuts is super thick, we are actually going to use our cake decorating bags to put the batter into the donut pan. Well, look at that. Our oatmeal is done and warming already. All right, so we're just going to put our bag inside the measure all cup. It's a really great way to stand it up.
There you go.
Thank you, Nolan.
I'm pushing it down for you.
Thanks, bud. And then just open it up, and we're just going to pour our batter right inside. All right, you help squeeze. And just go around in a circle. Oh, and then we have to stop. And then go to the next one.
Round in a circle.
Yep, and just like with the waffle pan, it doesn't need to be full all the way. You don't want it to be. Only about 2/3 full at the most. All right, so now this is going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes. We're going to pull them out, let them cool for a couple minutes, and then we're going to put a nice little cinnamon spice on top. All right, the next recipe we're going to make is a giant omelet. So we're going to make this in the new double burner griddle, which is also oven safe. So we'll start on the stovetop. We're going to saute up some onions and some garlic, and then we're going to make a nice little egg mixture and pour it on top. We're going to have some tomatoes, some fresh spinach, and some bacon and cheese in here this morning. So a little bit of veggie, a little bit of protein, and it's going to be a very quick and easy way to get a nice egg dish out on the table. And it doesn't take long to bake either, which is really nice. So Nolan's getting our garlic ready here. All right, we're going to take the garlic press. And with our garlic press, you don't have to peel the garlic. See, so we just put it in there, and it just presses right out. All right, I'm going to just take my onions here. Just take the paper off of those. It'll be a race and see who can get the paper off their vegetable first.
Do it. I got.
You got it? Oh, there's still some more paper on there. I see it by your thumb.
Can you help me?
I can help you. Ready?
Oh, you got yours off first.
It's all right.
Can I get this one off?
Yep. Here, let me cut the ends off.
So I can go in it?
Yep, see now, see if you can get the paper off now. All right, so of course, before we put the onion in, we just give it kind of a quick wedge. You getting it off? Good work.
Yeah, can I have this part because it's leaking off?
You're going to eat that part?
Oh.
Did you get some onion juice in your eye?
Yeah.
You okay? Is it going to make you cry? Onions make people cry sometimes. Here, if you want to take a bite of that, you can take a bite of that.
Of the skin?
Well, just this edge part here. You can take a bite of that if you want. All right, and then I'm going to need your help chopping. I'll get it started for you, okay?
Is this the skin?
Part of it is, yeah. All right, I'll let you chop that up. All right, while he's getting that chopped up, I'm going to take just a tablespoon of butter. We're going to put it on the griddle, and we're going to start heating it up over on the stove.
I think it's all topped up.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. That's okay, bud. All right, so we're just going to caramelize these. It's just going to take a couple minutes. All right. Now, after just a minute or two, once you can tell that your onions have softened up a little bit, we're going to take our cherry tomatoes. We cut them in half, and we're just going to start cooking them just a little bit, just to break them down a tiny bit. All right, now that our vegetables are done, we are going to move back over to the counter, and we're going to get our egg mixture ready, and we're going to pour it on top. So we're going to try something a little new and different today. Lots of new and easy things that we're doing here. Again, we're trying to make things really simple in the kitchen. So we're going to use our measure, mix, and pour. Now this has some really great salad dressing recipes on the side. They're healthier versions of some of your favorite dressings, and it's all written right here. So you just pour up to the line, add exactly what you need, and then...
Why you pump that up and down?
Yeah, we just put this on here, and we can pump up and down, and you just turn the pour spout so that you can pour. But we're actually going to use this to mix up our eggs today. How's that sound, Nolan? All right. So we're going to use 8 eggs. So I don't need this in there quite yet.
8 eggs?
8 eggs. Can you count them?
That's 1. 8.
We're going to add in just a splash of milk. Okay, excuse me.
Okay. And then can I pump it
Just
more?
about 1 or 2 tablespoons. And then we're going to add in a little bit of salt and pepper. And then you can pump it more. A little bit of pepper. Wait, hold on. I'm going to get the salt in there. And I'll put a little bit of salt on these tomatoes here. Salt helps bring out the flavor of tomatoes. So make sure you get a little bit right on there. All right, while you're working on mixing, I've got our bacon. It's about 1 cup of bacon bits. We're going to add this in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pour our egg mixture on top. We're going to throw it in the oven only for about 3 or 4 minutes. We'll pull it out, and we're going to put some fresh spinach and some cheese on top and bake it for a few more minutes, and then it'll be ready. We just pour this all over our veggies. Now what's really nice about doing this in the measure, mix, and pour is it makes it really easy to distribute that egg mixture over the whole pan.
Can we do some more, Mama?
All right. All right, now we're going to put this in the oven.
Bake it up.
Yeah, we're going to put this in the oven, and we're going to check on our donuts. Look at those donuts, Nolan. Now they're a little bit hot. We're going to let them rest for just a couple minutes. But we're going to get our sugar topping ready. Are you ready? We're going to use just a regular little plastic bag here. And we're going to put about 1/4 of a cup of sugar in there. Just like that. And about 1 teaspoon of the apple pie spice.
Good that it's spilling in, right?
Yep, that's why we measure over the container, so it goes right in there. Okay, so now Nolan, this is a very important job. I need all this mixed together. Do you think you can shake that and mix it together? All right. So after our donuts have rested for a couple of minutes, we can pop those out. Okay, don't those look pretty? All right, you ready, Nolan?
Yep.
Here's the best part. Nolan, I'm going to need your help shaking. So what we're going to do is we'll do about half of them at a time. I'm going to put these donuts in here. Whoops, flying donuts. All right, we're going to put the donuts in there. We're going to close the bag.
Are the donuts hot?
They are hot. They're fresh out of the oven. That's why I'm using.
Then use those then.
I'll use these.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so now we have them in there, 6 of them. All right, now I need you to shake this. Shake it all around. How's it look?
Good.
All right, should we take those out?
Yep.
All right, so now I've just got a platter out here. Now these donuts, this is definitely something that you could make the night before your guests come over for brunch. But they're so good when they're warm. Come on. This is the moment Nolan's been waiting for. You ready for some waffle sticks?
Yeah.
Ready? So we just put the cooling rack over them and flip them.
Can you get those stands up?
Ta-da! So I have a little bit of syrup here for dipping. Now you can warm up your syrup. You can add a little bit of cinnamon to it to give it a little bit of flavor. There's a lot of different ways that you can kind of spice this up a little bit. We could even put some of that cinnamon sugar over our waffles if we wanted.
From 20 because I just counted to the last 20.
You got to 29. The next one's 30. All right, so we'll put that out on our tray.
31, 32.
All right, so there's our waffle sticks. And let's go check on our omelet.
25.
So you can see that our eggs are almost set. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to add our spinach and our cheese, and then we'll put it back in the oven for another few minutes. So here's some baby spinach. Now with this dish, there are so many ways that you could change up the flavors. You can use different kind of vegetables, different meats.
I touched another leaf.
Oh, okay. You could even mix it up with different kinds of cheese. You know, you could do like a ham and Swiss.
Can I eat this one?
Sure. You could do a ham and Swiss if you wanted. You could add mushrooms, zucchini. This would be a great dish for the summer with some fresh zucchini and pepper from the garden. There we go. All right, now we're going to put this back in the oven, again, just for another 3 to 4 minutes until our eggs are completely set and our cheese is melted and our spinach is wilted a little bit. All right, now no brunch is complete without a nice little cocktail. So I'm going to show you 2 cocktails this morning. One of them is alcoholic and one of them is not. So a little something to please everyone. First, we're going to start with the alcoholic cocktail. Now, I'm going to make a French 75.
Start with the non-alcohol.
Well, you have to drink your milk first. I don't have a place to put your cocktail because you have your milk there.
Okay.
Okay, someone's sneaking the waffle sticks here. How are they?
Good.
Okay, chew with your mouth closed. All right, so we have our new shaker set here. It's nice stainless steel, nice and cold. So we have some ice in here, and I'm going to teach you about the golden ratio. Now, once you know the golden ratio of making drinks, pretty much any drink is easy to make. So it's going to be, we're going to use 1 part sweet, 1 part sour, and then 2 parts alcohol. So we have for our sweet, this is just a homemade simple syrup. Now you can buy a simple syrup at the store, but literally all it is sugar water. So the easy way to make this is just on the stovetop in a little saucepan, equal parts sugar and water. So I just did a cup of each. And you just kind of heat it up. You don't need it to boil. You just heat it up until all the sugar is dissolved. Let it cool completely, and then you can just put it in a mason jar, and you can keep it for about 6 months and have it for all your drinks. All right? So our little jigger, brand new, it has markings inside. What's really nice is that a lot of sets out there, you need to fill to the very tippy top, and then you're spilling everywhere to get the measurement you need. And that's not the case with ours. The 2-ounce line is down underneath in there. So we're going to do 1 part syrup, so I'm going to fill it up to 1 ounce. Okay? And pour that over ice.
Why did you put syrup in there?
Well, that's a simple syrup that I made. And I put it in there just to keep it. All right, so 1 part syrup. And then we need our sour. And we're going to use fresh squeezed lemon juice. So I'm just going to take the lemon and...
Can I have the juice?
You want the juice of the lemon?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make you your own. So we're going to squeeze out about 1 ounce. just like we had. Perfect. Just like we had for the sugar. All right. And then 2 parts liquor. Now the French 75, that's the alcohol. French 75 calls for gin. And so we're going to use, this is actually made right here in Sun Prairie. So we're going to use this gin, 2 parts. So we go up to the 2-ounce line, and we pour that in. All right. So then we're going to shake this up. All right. Now I know all of you guys probably know the saying from James Bond about whether they want something shaken or stirred. But there is actually a time when you want to shake and a time when you want to stir. All right, we're going to shake until it's just really cold, okay, which is what it is now. And we're going to pour in, we're going to fill this only about halfway, and we're going to top it off with champagne. And that's for our French 75. So shaking versus stirring. You actually want to shake when you're mixing two different densities together. Like we had the simple syrup, we had the lemon juice, and then we had the liquor. We have different items, so we are going to shake those up. You would stir if you are mixing together maybe 2 liquors that are the same. Martinis would normally be stirred because you'd want to stir together the vodka and the vermouth. And you don't want to shake that up because you don't want to dilute your drink too much. So it would just get stirred.
You should use the champagne opener.
Use a champagne opener? We can do that. All right, so champagne bottle opener, after we take the foil off, see we've got our little piece that twists out here. We're just going to put the champagne bottle opener over it. Okay, so now we can untwist it. And we don't have to worry about the cork flying off. All right, so we just grab. Whoop. Whoa! Look at that, it's like a party.
Yay!
Yay!
Party.
All right, so then we just top off
Party.
our drink with a little bit of champagne. All right, and there's the French 75. It's nice and light and refreshing, which makes it perfect for a brunch, but it's also a really nice summer drink as well. Now you can definitely garnish this with a little bit of lemon if you'd like. Should we garnish it with a little lemon?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at that. How's that look, Nolan?
Good.
Excellent. All right. So that's the French 75, and now we're going to make something that Nolan can drink. All right. So for Nolan's drink, we're going to make like a nice berry spritzer. So what we have in the bottom of the glass here, we just have some partially frozen blueberries, raspberries. Okay?
Can you top those up?
Yeah, we're going to. And I'm actually going to put a couple basil leaves in there. So, yeah.
I don't want basil in there.
Oh, it's going to make it so yummy. Just a little bit. All right, so now we're going to use the muddler. And we're just going to kind of chop it up a little bit. Now you don't want to, when you're muddling your fruits and especially your herbs, your mint and your basil, you don't want to chop it up too much because then you're going to get a bitter flavor. Just enough to kind of release some of the flavor. Okay? Now, we're going to add our ice, right? Because we always pour our drink over a little bit of ice. Now what we're going to shake up here, remember we've got our portions, okay? So we're going to have 1 part.
A syrup.
Yep, 1 part sweet. Okay, so 1 part of the syrup.
And then 1 part, and then I want this.
You want part of the lime?
Yep.
All right. So then we're going to take the lime. That's going to be our sour. And we're going to add 1 part lime juice.
Wait, is that drinking syrup?
Yep, you can drink it. All right, so 1 part lime juice.
Because you made it with stuff in it?
Yep. Now, this would be really great if you wanted a mojito. This would be where you'd add the rum. But
Is that one mine?
this is yours. So we're just going to add some sparkling water. I know.
And then can you keep some for me?
Absolutely. So about 2 parts sparkling water. And we got a berry flavored to go with our berry spritzer. And then we just shake. Shake until it's cold. Does it feel cold?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All right. And so then, just pour it in. All right. So there we go. Isn't that pretty?
Still some India?
No, it's just the ice in there now. All right. So I think we've got our brunch ready. Should we put everything together, Nolan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we are all ready for brunch. Our egg bake is done. We've got our donuts and some waffle sticks. And then our oatmeal. I just put a little bit of brown sugar and some maple syrup on there. So you could put some fresh bananas or fresh nuts or any kind of fruits or sweeteners or anything on your oatmeal. Like I said, it's a great way to put out some different toppings and have a little bit of an oatmeal bar, and it'll stay warm in your quick cooker. And of course, the egg dish, remember, you can mix that up with whatever flavors you want, different meats, cheeses, all veggies. And then, how are the donuts and the waffle sticks, young man? Are they good? I think so. He's been chowing down. But then, of course, don't forget the cocktails for brunch. So thank you guys for joining us today, and I want to say thank you to Sunshine Supper for letting us use their amazing kitchen. For those of you in Sun Prairie, come on down on a Monday night for a free meal. And if you'd like more information about the products that we used today or the recipes we made, head on over to pamperedchef.com, and you can search for me or your local Pampered Chef consultant. Ready? Cheers!